Hey Cougar Nation, I'm Rachel with Cougar Board, and we have part 2 with Brecken Mozingo right now, and so we're so happy to have her. Thanks for being here, Brecken.
Of course, love to.
So I'd love to talk to you about what it was like to be recruited for BYU. What was that process?
Well, at age 14, I was kind of like, holy smokes, BYU wants me? Like, I was just like...
They were already recruiting you at 14?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it was crazy, but also, like, they just changed the rules recently for when you can commit, and it's, like, after junior season or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is, honestly, I wish that rule was kind of in place for me.
Yeah.
Just because... I feel like at 14, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like,
you were a freshman,
college wants me?
Right?
Like, okay.
You were a freshman in high school.
I was a freshman in high school, just out of middle school. I'm like, like, I love BYU. Like, that school is literally my backyard. So it's like, I love the program. I loved all the girls that went there. Like, I look up to all of them. Would watch them play, like, growing up. And so it was, like, kind of a no-brainer for me. Like, I committed the next day. Like, my parents were like, oh, think about it. And I was just like, at 14, I'm like, hey Jen, I'm gonna come and play, which was great. But then the next year, like, I was just training, and then all of a sudden, like, I had this idea, or not, like, I don't know, the idea just kind of formulated within my family to possibly go to this, like, UCLA, like, I guess, ID camp. But that was just for, like, prep, honestly, for this, like, Costa Rica trip that I was going on to go play soccer with, like, our region team or whatever. And I go there, and, like, I guess I played fairly decent, and they're just like, hey, like, what's up? We want you to come back out in 2 weeks. Why are you here? Aren't you already committed to BYU? And I'm like, yeah, like, it's a verbal commit, but yeah, I'm committed there, blah, blah, blah. And so they were just showing very, like, a lot of interest, and then they put an offer on the board, and they gave me 2 weeks to basically, like, tell them yes or no. And I was just like, oh my goodness, this is another big decision at 15 years old. Like, what am I going to do? And so I really pondered that for a really long time, and I felt like I didn't really necessarily get an answer. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to take the opportunity and see where it takes me. And so I went and played my freshman year at UCLA, and then there was just, I wasn't necessarily happy, and there's a lot of things I missed, like, back home, especially my family.
Your family,
and just the whole, like, culture there. It wasn't necessarily a shock, but I just knew it was gonna be different. But it was just, like, the fact that it was different, that I was just like, I don't know if I like this. But anyways, things just started lining up for me to come back to BYU, and I saw the opportunity and I took it, and I haven't regretted it. So I really love it. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole process / spiel on the whole college picking thing.
So you went to UCLA for a year and then transferred back to BYU?
I actually was only there for, like, 6 months. I played my freshman season. And they made it to the Final Four, which was awesome.
Oh, wow.
So College Cup.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was good. I learned a lot, so I don't regret it.
Yeah, and you're happy here at BYU. This is kind of where you love to be?
Yes.
Good. So talk to me a little bit about the national championship.
Of last year? You know, it was a extremely awesome experience. Obviously, like, we would have loved to come out of that with a win.
Yeah.
But the fact that we were able to take Florida State to PKs is pretty awesome, because Florida State is a tremendous program, and they make it to the College Cup or the Final Four almost every year.
Yeah.
It's a shocker if they don't. And it was honestly unbelievable. We ended up going to PKs for that game, and we lost 5-3 in PKs, and luckily I was one of the girls that got to take a PK, and boy was I nervous. I was just like, because we went to PKs the game before, and we played Santa Clara, so that was obviously a really big game because we were basically rivals with them within our own conference. There's always a lot of bad blood there, but we just took Florida State to PKs, and I was just like, okay. I did this already before with Santa Clara, like, just go up, walk with the same, like, mindset, and say I can statements, or I will. Like, I'll just always tell myself, like, okay, I'm gonna make this. Like, if there's any thought of, like, what if I shoot over, or, like, what if I miss, that's when, like, things normally don't go your way, just because your brain doesn't know the difference between those two words. But
you're all about the positive mindset.
Yeah, positive mindset all the way. But I don't know, I just went up there, and I feel like you don't necessarily remember, like, the like everything that you're doing, like even the steps that you normally do to like go kick a ball, like you're like, okay, step here, kick the ball, follow through. Like you just get up there and you're like, okay, this is going in the goal, and you're staring at the ball the whole time. Like it's kind of a crazy experience. And then not only that, you get up there and before he blows the whistle, like everything's just quiet. It's kind of a crazy experience. But yeah, we ended up losing, which was unfortunate, but we were very proud of ourselves and stuff.
So you played with Jamie Shepard when you were in high school. Is that correct? Do you want to tell us a little bit more?
I played in club with her.
Oh, in club, okay.
Yeah. So I played on Celtic with her, and then we ended up going to BYU together, which is awesome. She's a great player. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
So are you guys pretty good friends?
Mm-hmm.
That's great. So I've noticed a lot of girls look up to you. How do you kind of deal with that kind of fame, you know?
Oh my goodness. I get really nervous because I'm just like, I don't feel like I almost deserve that almost, but I really take it almost as like a motivator, like, okay, you know what, I'm training today because I want to achieve my goals, and I want to make sure that other girls younger than me can go out there and know that it can be done. Mm-hmm. But I don't necessarily love the pressure or like all of that like fame, I guess you would call it. I don't consider it fame, but I take it with a grain of salt. I'm like, okay, I was once in their shoes, and they're probably going to be in my shoes in a few years from now, so might as well just take it and roll with it.
Yeah, well, thank you for being such a positive role model to our girls. We appreciate it.
I try my best to, but yeah.
Thank you for watching part 2 with Brecken Mozingo, and stay tuned for part 3.